Welcome back. The political landscape ahead of Nigeria's 2027 presidential election has taken another dramatic turn. And this time, the shockwave is coming from Rivers State. Governor Similaye Fubara has publicly declared that he is now supporting the Wike-led Rainbow Coalition, endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second term, and openly backed Kingsley Chinda as his preferred governorship candidate. After months of speculation over where Fubara truly stood, following his reconciliation with his former political rival, Wike, the Rivers governor has finally spoken.
And I am supporting our Rainbow Party, our Rainbow Coalition. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu is our president and is the one we are supporting. Chinda is the governorship candidate that I am supporting, and anybody who believes in me will support. And every candidate that is under the rainbow. For those of you who are saying, Fubara, hey, let's stay. We want to collect something before we run. There's nothing to collect. I am already in the family. I've gone back to our family. So please, wherever you are, give your total support to that coalition.
His message was direct, unambiguous, and leaves little room for political interpretation. The big question now is this: has Rivers State politics been completely reset ahead of the 2027 election? Fubara's declaration is significant because it represents more than a personal political decision. It signals a major realignment within one of Nigeria's most politically influential states. Rivers has long been regarded as a key battleground during national elections, and any major shift in its political structure immediately attracts nationwide attention. With Fubara now publicly embracing the Rainbow Coalition and endorsing President Tinubu's re-election bid, political observers are asking what this means for the opposition and the balance of power in the South-South region. Governor Fubara made a declaration during the groundbreaking and foundation-laying ceremony of the River Medical Industry Project in Rumosi, Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State. Speaking before supporters, government officials, and party loyalists, the governor announced that the period of political conflict in the state had ended. According to him, Rivers State has embraced peace, and that peace now requires everyone who believes in him to support the Rainbow Coalition. The coalition is widely recognized as a cross-party political alliance led by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, bringing together APC loyalists, functions of the People's Democratic Party, and other political groups aligned with President Tinubu. Perhaps the most striking part of Fubara's speech was his endorsement of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Rivers governor declared that Tinubu remains Nigerian president and that he is the leader he intends to support for a second term in office. He also threw his weight behind Kingsley Chinda, whom he described as his preferred governorship candidate. Fubara made it clear that anyone who truly believes in his leadership should support every candidate presented under the Rainbow Coalition. That statement immediately sparked political discussion because it effectively places Fubara's political machinery behind a coalition that was once viewed as being on the opposite side of his political divide. The governor also used the opportunity to send a clear message to supporters who may still be waiting for political appointments or personal rewards before joining the coalition. According to Fubara, there is nothing left to negotiate because he has already returned to what he described as his political family. He urged his followers to stop expecting benefits before embracing the new political direction. Instead, he encouraged them to give their complete support to the coalition and focus on moving Rivers State forward. His message suggested that reconciliation had gone beyond personal discussion and had now become an official political position. Equally important was Fubara's warning against individuals attempting to use his name for political activities outside the Rainbow Coalition. He insisted that nobody should claim to be representing him while promoting any movements capable of creating fresh divisions in Rivers State. The governor stressed that he would not be associated with any political projects designed to undermine the peace that has now been achieved. In one of the most memorable moments of his speech, he told supporters that if they had not heard his position clearly, they should open their ears because his decision had already been made and there would be no ambiguity going forward. Fubara's declaration comes months after he withdrew from All Progressive Congress primaries in May 2026. At the time, he explained that the deep decision followed deep reflection and extensive consultation. That move generated widespread speculation across Nigeria, with many wondering whether he intended to chart an independent political course or eventually reunite with Wike. Wednesday's declaration appears to have answered that question. The reconciliation between both political leaders have ended one of the country's most closely watched political rivals, has now evolved into a public political alliance with clear objective ahead of the next election cycle. For President Tinubu and the Rainbow Coalition, Fubara's endorsement could represent a significant political boost. Rivers State remains one of Nigeria's most strategic electoral states, both because of its population and its economic importance. Having both Wike and Fubara publicly supporting the same political coalition could strengthen Tinubu's position in the state and potentially reshape voting patterns across the South-South. At the same time, opposition parties may now face fresh challenges as they attempt to build alternative alliances capable of competing with an increasingly united political structure in Rivers. Despite the growing political excitement, questions remain about how Rivers voters will respond. While political endorsements often influence election, the final decision always rests with the electorate. Over the coming months, Nigerians will be watching closely to see whether Fubara's supporters fully embrace the Rainbow Coalition or whether new political developments alter the current landscape. What is certain is that the governor has now publicly declared where he stands, ending months of uncertainty and opening a new chapter in Rivers politics as preparation for the 2027 general elections continue. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you find this report informative, kindly like, share, and subscribe for more news reports. I'm Chidera Isom. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next reports.